Hidden within these pages is the timeless wisdom of quantum jumping, a technique to unlock the infinite potential of the quantum field. Your dream life is not a distant hope. It's a reality waiting for you to step into it. Begin your journey now. Quantum jumping. Introduction. You find yourself poised on the threshold of profound enlightenment as you begin this journey. Hidden among these passages rests timeless knowledge, transmitted across centuries by illuminated teachers and spiritual guides now laid bare for your discovery. What you hold transcends mere literature. It serves as a portal into the infinite dimension, a space where countless realities coexist, each anticipating your deliberate selection to manifest into existence. The knowledge you are about to receive transcends the boundaries of conventional understanding. Quantum jumping, a sacred art known to the masters of old, allows you to traverse the infinite corridors of reality itself. Through this profound practice, you will learn to step beyond the limitations of your current existence and into the vast quantum field where all potentials reside. Your life in its present form is but one brushstroke on an infinite canvas. Through the power of your thoughts and the mastery of your intentions, you possess the ability to repaint your reality in whatever colors you choose. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, has already created every possibility you can imagine. Your task is simply to tune your consciousness to the frequency of your desired reality. These teachings are not new. They are timeless truths that have existed since the dawn of consciousness itself. What you hold in your hands is more than mere words on paper. It is a key that unlocks the hidden dimensions of existence. In these realms, your dreams are not distant hopes but present realities, waiting for you to step into them. The power to reshape your destiny has always resided within you. Like a sleeping giant, it has waited patiently for the moment of your awakening. That moment is now. The universe has guided you to these teachings because you are ready to embrace the full magnitude of your potential. As you turn these pages, you begin a sacred journey into the quantum nature of reality itself. The path before you leads to dimensions of understanding that transcend ordinary perception. Welcome to the threshold of infinite possibilities. Part 1. Awakening the Seeker. Chapter 1. Discovering the Infinite. In the valleys of an ancient land lived a wanderer named Khalil, whose endless search for meaning led him through distant mountains and forgotten paths. One misty dawn, he discovered a temple hewn from living stone, its weathered walls bearing symbols that seemed to pulse with an inner light. As he approached, an aged guardian emerged from the shadows. "What brings you to the Temple of Infinite Connection?" the guardian asked. "I seek understanding," Khalil replied. The guardian smiled and led him to a chamber where countless threads of golden light danced through the air, connecting everything they touched. "What you see," the guardian explained, "is but a glimpse of the vast force that binds all creation. Every thought, every dream, every possibility exists within this eternal web. You too are woven into this magnificent tapestry of existence. The quantum field, this infinite ocean of potential, flows through you as surely as it flows through the stars above. It is the canvas upon which all realities are painted, the source from which all possibilities emerge. Within this field, every version of your life exists simultaneously, each waiting for your consciousness to illuminate it into being. This universal force responds to the subtlest movements of your awareness. Like a cosmic mirror, it reflects back the essence of your deepest beliefs and expectations. The reality you experience is but one thread in an infinite tapestry of potential experiences, each as real as the next until you choose which to manifest. Let me share with you another truth, illustrated through the tale of Ming, a farmer who inherited a plot of barren land. Where others saw only dust and stone, Ming perceived a vision of abundance. Each morning he would walk his empty fields, feeling the cool soil beneath his feet, breathing life into his vision of flourishing orchards and flowing streams. Others mocked his seemingly futile efforts, but Ming remained unmoved. He understood a truth they did not, that the seeds of creation are first planted in the fertile soil of imagination. Day by day, guided by his unwavering vision, he worked in harmony with the land. Gradually, as if responding to an unspoken command, the earth began to transform. Springs emerged from hidden depths, trees took root, and life bloomed in every corner. What was once barren became an oasis of abundance, manifested through Ming's connection to the infinite field of possibility. Now close your eyes and breathe deeply. Feel the energy flowing through your body. This is your direct connection to the quantum field. Visualize golden threads of light extending from your heart, connecting you to every person, every tree, every star in existence. Feel the boundaries of your being dissolve as you merge with this infinite web of creation. Know that in this space, all possibilities exist simultaneously. Rest in this awareness for several minutes, allowing yourself to become one with the field of infinite potential. Chapter 2. Your current reality is just a choice. In a quiet village among rolling hills lived a young artist named Clara. Each morning she would set up her easel by her window, painting the world she saw in shades of gray and black. Her brushstrokes captured the buildings, the trees, and the people passing by, all in monochrome, for that was how she perceived her reality. One day, as Clara cleaned her old brushes, she noticed a crack in one of her paintings. Curious, she gently peeled back the gray surface, revealing a burst of vibrant color underneath. Layer by layer, she discovered that beneath every gray stroke lay a spectrum of hidden hues, reds, blues, golds, and greens she had never allowed herself to see. You too live within a canvas of your own making. The reality you experience is not fixed, but fluid, shaped by the accumulated weight of past thoughts, beliefs, and choices. Like Clara's gray paintings, your current circumstances may appear solid and unchangeable, but they are merely the surface layer of infinite possibility. The world you see reflects the sum of your previous choices, each decision adding another brushstroke to your reality. Yet beneath this apparent solidity lies a realm of unlimited potential, waiting to be revealed. Your beliefs act as filters, allowing you to perceive only what aligns with your established patterns of thought. Let me share with you the tale of Thomas, a sailor who found himself caught in an impenetrable fog. For days he drifted aimlessly, unable to distinguish sky from sea. In his despair, he remembered an ancient teaching. When lost in the mists below, look to the clarity above. That night, instead of focusing on the fog that surrounded him, Thomas turned his gaze upward. There, shining through a small break in the clouds, he glimpsed the North Star. Understanding dawned. While the fog had obscured his immediate view, the greater truth of his position had always been accessible, waiting patiently above the illusion that had trapped him. Just as Thomas found his way by shifting his focus from confusion to clarity, you hold the power to navigate beyond the fog of limiting beliefs. Take your journal now and write about the aspects of your life you wish to transform. Describe your current situation, then close your eyes and envision how these same areas would appear if viewed through different eyes that see beyond the surface to the infinite possibilities that lie beneath. Write down these alternative visions, allowing yourself to explore what could be if you dared to peel back the layers of what seems to be. Chapter 3: The Power of Intention. In the mountains of ancient China lived an archer named Jin, whose skill with the bow was unlike any other. While others practiced endlessly to perfect their technique, Jin's approach was different. Before each shot, he would close his eyes, allowing his heart's yearning to guide his aim. In these moments, bow and archer became one. There was no separation between his intention and action. Those who watched spoke of how the arrow seemed drawn to its target by an unseen force, as if responding to a silent call. The power that guided Jin's arrows flows through you at this very moment. This force, pure intention, shapes the very fabric of existence. When you align your desires with the deepest truth within your heart, you tap into the same cosmic energy that guides stars in their orbits and flowers toward the sun. Intention is not mere wishful thinking or casual desire. It is a focused beam of creative energy that ripples through the quantum field, organizing reality around its frequency. Like a stone dropped in still water, a clear intention sends waves of possibility outward, attracting circumstances and opportunities that match its vibration. Yet many walk through life with scattered intentions, their inner compass spinning between countless directions. Their arrows fly wild, striking targets they never truly aimed for. To harness the power of intention is to become like Jin, focused, aligned, and in harmony with the universal force that flows through all things. Let me share with you the wisdom of Maya, whose garden flourished while others withered in drought. Each morning, she would walk among her plants, speaking to them with love and intention. "Grow strong," she would whisper, her words carrying the energy of pure creation. "You are nourished by the same force that brings light to the stars." Visitors marveled at her garden's vitality, not knowing that Maya's secret lay not in her techniques, but in the power of her focused intention. Her plants responded not to her words, but to the creative force she channeled through her loving attention. Now find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes and bring to mind one area of your life where you seek transformation. Feel this desire not as a distant hope, but as a living reality within your heart. Let your intention crystallize with perfect clarity, free from doubt or contradiction. Visualize this intention as a golden light emanating from your heart, touching every aspect of your life. Stay with this vision until you feel the same certainty that guided Jin's arrows, the same creative force that brought Maya's garden to life. Your intention is now planted in the fertile soil of infinite possibility, where it begins its journey into manifestation. Chapter 4: The Vibrational Blueprint of Thought. In a remote mountain village lived a musician named Chen, who understood a truth most had forgotten. Each morning, as dawn painted the sky in gentle hues, he would sit with his ancient stringed instrument, listening intently as he adjusted each string. He knew that perfect harmony required more than mechanical precision. It demanded attunement to the very pulse of life itself. As Chen played, villagers noticed something extraordinary. Plants grew more abundantly near his home. Disputes among neighbors resolved themselves, and even the ill found their spirits lifted. The secret lay not in the melodies themselves, but in the vibrations that resonated with the fundamental frequency of creation. You, like Chen, are constantly emitting vibrations through your thoughts. These frequencies ripple through the quantum field, attracting experiences that match their resonance. When you understand this principle, you hold the key to transforming your entire existence. Every thought carries its own unique frequency. Joy, gratitude, and love emit the highest vibrations, while fear, doubt, and anger resonate at lower frequencies. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, responds not to your words or actions, but to the frequency you broadcast through your thoughts and emotions. In the ancient city of Alexandria lived Amara, whose tapestries were said to capture the very essence of emotions. Those who gazed upon her work felt what she felt as she wove. Joy danced in golden threads, peace flowed in rivers of blue, and love bloomed in patterns of rose. Yet when her heart was troubled, the patterns would tangle and darken. One day, a wise elder observed her work and shared a truth. Your thoughts weave more than these threads. They weave the very fabric of your existence. Amara began to notice how her life reflected the patterns of her thinking, just as her tapestries reflected the state of her heart. To align yourself with higher frequencies, find a peaceful space and close your eyes. Breathe deeply, allowing your awareness to settle into the present moment. Notice the quality of your thoughts as they arise. Feel their vibration. Do they resonate with heaviness or lightness? Observe without judgment, simply witnessing the frequency of your mental state. Now consciously choose to tune your thoughts to a higher frequency. Recall a moment of pure joy or deep gratitude. Let this feeling fill your entire being. Notice how your energy shifts, how your body relaxes, how your spirit lifts. This is the art of vibrational alignment, the same principle that allowed Chen's music to transform his village and Amara's tapestries to touch hearts. Practice this attunement daily, becoming ever more sensitive to the frequencies you emit. Like a master musician tuning their instrument, you will learn to adjust your thoughts until they resonate with the highest vibrations of the universe. Chapter 5. The Observer Effect. In the heart of an ancient valley there lived a traveler named Reza, who possessed an extraordinary gift. Each morning he would walk along a winding stream, observing its gentle flow with unwavering attention. The villagers noticed that wherever Reza's gaze lingered, the stream would subtly shift its course, carving new paths through the earth as if guided by an invisible hand. You possess this same power of focused attention. Like Reza's connection to the stream, your consciousness shapes the flow of reality around you. This is not merely metaphor, but a fundamental truth revealed by quantum physics. The observer effect demonstrates that the mere act of observation changes the behavior of particles at the smallest level. When you direct your attention with purpose and clarity, you collapse infinite possibilities into tangible form. Just as light exists as both wave and particle until observed, your reality exists in a state of infinite potential until your focused consciousness brings specific possibilities into being. Think of your attention as a beam of light in a vast, dark room. Whatever falls within that beam becomes illuminated, taking shape and form in your experience. What you focus upon expands, not because it magically multiplies, but because your consciousness draws it from the field of infinite possibility into physical manifestation. In a distant mountain village lived Sophia, a sculptor renowned for her ability to create works of such beauty they seemed to breathe. When asked about her method, she would smile and say, "I do not create. I simply see what already exists within the marble and remove everything that is not that vision." Day after day, Sophia would sit with a block of marble, her eyes closed, her mind focused solely on the form waiting to emerge. As her chisel touched the stone, she worked with absolute certainty, for in her mind's eye, her creation already existed in its perfect form. Through her unwavering focus, the statue would gradually emerge, exactly as she had envisioned. To harness this power of focused attention, find a quiet moment and settle into a comfortable position. Close your eyes and bring to mind one specific aspect of your life you wish to transform. See it with perfect clarity as if it already exists. Feel the reality of it with every sense. See the colors, hear the sounds, Feel the textures. Hold this vision with the same certainty Sophia held for her sculptures within the marble. Let your attention rest fully on this vision, knowing that your focused consciousness is drawing it forth from the field of infinite possibility into physical form. Like Reza with the stream and Sophia with her marble, your attention is the force that shapes potential into reality. Chapter 6. Breaking Free from the Chains of Time. In a timeless village among ancient hills there lived a clockmaker named Adrian, who spent his days crafting intricate timepieces. Each morning, he would measure seconds, minutes, and hours with precise instruments, believing he understood the nature of time itself. One evening, as stars began to pierce the darkening sky, Adrian stepped outside his workshop and gazed upward. In that moment, the vast expanse above revealed a truth that shattered his understanding. Time was not a linear path, but an infinite dance of moments, all existing simultaneously. You too stand at the threshold of this revelation. The linear progression of time you have accepted as truth is merely an illusion, a construct of the mind that keeps you bound to limited perspectives. In the quantum field, all moments, past, present, and future, exist in an eternal now. Just as waves in an ocean are not separate from the water itself, your experiences are not divided by time, but flow as one continuous expression of consciousness. When you release your attachment to linear time, you step into the freedom of infinite possibility. Consider how a single thought can instantly transport you to a memory or propel you into a vision of the future. This demonstrates your natural ability to transcend time's apparent boundaries. The quantum field holds all possibilities in a state of pure potential, waiting for your consciousness to bring them into focus. In a village square, young Maya watched as others danced to the rhythmic beating of drums. While everyone moved in careful time to the beat, Maya closed her eyes and began to move to a different rhythm, one that came from within. Her dance flowed like water, unrestricted by measured beats or counted steps. Those who watched saw in her movements the freedom that comes when one releases the constraints of time. Maya's dance mirrors the truth of your existence. When you free yourself from the rigid structure of linear time, you discover a natural flow that aligns with the infinite nature of your being. Like Maya, you can move through life guided by an inner rhythm that transcends conventional boundaries. To experience this timeless state of being, set aside a period each day for present moment awareness. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Allow your attention to rest fully in the now, observing your breath, sensations, and surroundings without judgment. Notice how this simple practice dissolves the illusion of time, revealing the eternal present where all possibilities exist. Chapter 7. Rewriting Belief Systems. In a forgotten library within mountains of antiquity, a scribe named Thaddeus discovered a collection of weathered scrolls. As dust scattered from their ancient pages, his fingers traced symbols that seemed to pulse with living energy. Each character held not just meaning but power, the power to reshape reality itself. You possess this same sacred ability to write the story of your existence. Like Thaddeus, you stand before the scrolls of your consciousness, where every belief inscribed shapes the contours of your experience. These beliefs are not mere thoughts, but living codes that program the quantum field to manifest corresponding realities. The universe responds to these inner writings with perfect precision. When you declare "I cannot," the quantum field arranges circumstances to confirm this truth. When you proclaim "I can," new pathways open before you. Your beliefs are the quill that writes upon the fabric of existence. Within the depths of your subconscious mind lie beliefs inherited from family, society, and past experiences. Some empower you to soar, while others bind you to limited perspectives. Yet, like Thaddeus, you can choose to rewrite these ancient codes. In the distant reaches of a sacred valley, a phoenix lay dying, its magnificent feathers turned to ash. But in its final breath, it remembered its true nature. As consciousness shifted from limitation to possibility, flames of transformation ignited. From the ashes of old beliefs arose a being of renewed power and grace. Your transformation awaits in similar fashion. As you recognize beliefs that no longer serve your highest expression, you can release them into the flames of awareness. From these ashes, new empowering truths take flight. Take your journal now and write a belief that has limited your expression. Feel its weight, its restriction. Now, with the power of conscious choice, write a new truth that aligns with your highest potential. Sit with this new belief, allowing its energy to resonate through your being. Notice how your body responds to this shift, how your breath deepens, how possibility awakens within you. Chapter 8. Emotional Alchemy. In a timeless realm between shadow and light, there lived an alchemist named Aurelius. Each morning he would gather pieces of dull lead, placing them before him with reverence. While others sought complex formulas and rare ingredients, Aurelius discovered a truth far simpler yet more powerful, the transformative force of pure emotion. As he held each piece of lead, Aurelius filled his heart with love for all creation and gratitude for every breath. Through this emotional alchemy, the lead began to shimmer, its surface rippling like water touched by moonlight. Gradually, the metal transformed, revealing its golden nature, not through chemical change, but through the power of elevated emotion. You too are an alchemist of consciousness. Your emotions serve as the sacred fire that transforms thought into physical reality. When you infuse your intentions with love, joy, or gratitude, you create a resonance that the quantum field cannot resist. These elevated emotions act as fuel for your quantum leaps, accelerating the manifestation of your desires. Just as sound waves can shatter glass when matched to its precise frequency, your emotional vibration, when pure and focused, breaks through the barriers of current reality. This is the hidden science of manifestation. Thought provides direction, but emotion provides power. On a distant shore stood a lighthouse where the keeper named Marina tended the great beacon. She noticed that on nights when her heart brimmed with joy, the light shone with extraordinary brilliance, cutting through the densest fog. Yet when worry clouded her mind, the beam grew dim. Regardless of the fuel, she added, Marina's discovery mirrors a universal truth. Your emotional state broadcasts a signal into the quantum field, attracting experiences that match its frequency. Joy, love, and gratitude emit the highest vibrations, creating a powerful magnetic force that draws your desired reality closer. Now, close your eyes and bring to mind something that fills you with genuine gratitude. Perhaps it's the warmth of sunlight on your skin, the love of someone dear, or simply the miracle of your own breath. Allow this feeling to grow within you, as if your heart were a vessel slowly filling with golden light. Feel this light expanding, touching every cell of your body. With each breath, amplify this emotion until it feels as though your entire being radiates with gratitude's glow. This is the alchemical fire that transforms reality. Hold this state for several moments, knowing that as you radiate these elevated emotions, you become a powerful magnet for manifestation. Chapter 9. Clearing the Path to Infinite Potential. High in the ancient mountains where wisdom whispers on the wind, lived a traveler named Kai. Each dawn, he would venture forth along the winding path that led to the summit, carrying only a simple wooden staff. While others sought shortcuts or abandoned their journey entirely, Kai understood a deeper truth. The path itself held sacred teachings. Day after day, Kai cleared fallen branches, moved aside rocks, and swept away leaves that obscured the way. As he worked, he noticed how the path seemed to breathe easier, as if grateful for his attention. Those who passed by wondered at his dedication to such simple labor, but Kai knew that each obstacle removed from the physical path mirrored the clearing of inner barriers. You too walk a sacred path toward your highest potential, yet this journey often becomes blocked by accumulated debris, old fears, stagnant emotions, and limiting beliefs that obscure your connection to the quantum field. These energetic blocks, like stones upon a mountain path, must be gently moved aside. When you find yourself unable to manifest your desires, look first to what stands in your way. The quantum field flows like water, seeking the path of least resistance. Where do you feel resistance in your life? What old stories, what ancient hurts, what forgotten vows still shape your reality? In a valley blessed by eternal spring lived a gardener named Maya. Her flowers were renowned throughout the land for their extraordinary beauty. Yet Maya spent as much time removing weeds as she did tending to her beloved blooms. She understood that each weed pulled created space for new growth. Each tangle untangled allowed more light to reach the soil. One day, a child asked Maya why she didn't simply cover the weeds with soil, hiding them from view. Maya smiled and explained that buried weeds grow stronger roots. Only by gently removing them, root and all, could she create true space for her garden to flourish. Now close your eyes and bring awareness to any area of your life that feels stagnant or blocked. Imagine these blocks as physical objects before you, perhaps stones or tangled vines or fallen leaves. See yourself approaching each block with gentle attention. As you touch each one, recognize what it represents. An old fear, a limiting belief, a past hurt. With each breath, imagine lifting these blocks away, creating space for new energy to flow. Feel the lightness that comes as each obstacle is cleared. Know that as you release these energetic blocks, you align more fully with the infinite potential of the quantum field. Chapter 10. The Portal of the Present. In the heart of an ancient forest, where shadows dance with light, a wanderer named Thea discovered a peculiar truth. Each day, she walked the same woodland paths, searching for something she couldn't name. Yet on one remarkable morning, when her mind grew still and her heart opened to the symphony of forest sounds, she witnessed a marvel, a doorway of pure light shimmering between two ancient oaks. You possess this same capacity to glimpse the extraordinary within the ordinary. When your mind ceases its endless chatter, when your awareness rests fully in the present moment, doorways to infinite possibilities reveal themselves. The quantum field holds every potential version of your life, waiting to be activated by your conscious awareness. These possibilities exist not in some distant future, but here and now, accessible through the portal of presence. Each breath, each heartbeat, each moment of pure awareness allows you to step through these hidden doorways. Think of your consciousness as a beam of light. When scattered, it illuminates nothing clearly, but when focused through the lens of present moment awareness, it becomes powerful enough to collapse infinite potential into manifest reality. High in the mountains of the East lived a monk named Chen who sought enlightenment through complex practices and rigid disciplines. For years, he studied ancient texts and performed elaborate rituals, yet inner peace eluded him. One day, exhausted by his striving, he simply sat and followed his breath. In that pure moment of surrender to what is, he discovered what he had always sought. Like Chen, You need not journey far to access the infinite. The doorway to all possibilities exists in this very moment, in the space between your thoughts, in the awareness that witnesses your experience. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Sit comfortably and close your eyes. Begin by simply noticing your breath, not changing it, just observing its natural rhythm. As thoughts arise, acknowledge them without judgment and return your attention to the breath. Feel the subtle sensations of air moving through your body. Gradually expand your awareness to include all your senses, the sounds around you, the temperature of the air, the weight of your body. Rest in this space of pure awareness for several minutes each day, knowing that in these moments of presence you stand at the threshold of infinite possibilities. Part 2. Initiating the Shift. Chapter 11. Visualizing the Quantum Jump. In a sunlit studio among rolling hills, a young artist named Maya stood before a blank canvas. Each morning she would arrive before dawn, close her eyes, and allow visions to dance across her mind. While others rushed to apply paint, Maya first painted with thought, seeing every brushstroke, every shade, every subtle nuance of her creation in her mind's eye. You, like Maya, possess this sacred power of inner sight. The images you hold within shape the reality you experience without. This is not mere fantasy. It is the ancient art of creation itself, practiced by masters throughout the ages. When you close your eyes and envision your desired reality, you activate the same creative force that brings worlds into being. This vision must be clear, vivid, and complete. Feel the textures, hear the sounds, breathe in the sense of your imagined future. Let your entire being resonate with the reality you wish to create. The quantum field responds not to wishful thinking, but to the embodied experience of your vision. As you hold these images with unwavering focus, you align your vibration with their frequency, drawing them into physical manifestation. There lived a wanderer named Rael, who came upon a great chasm in the mountains. The path he sought lay on the other side, but no bridge spanned the gap. Rather than turn back, Rael sat upon a stone and began to visualize. In his mind's eye, he saw a bridge of sturdy wood and rope, felt its solid planks beneath his feet, heard the creak of rope against wood. As his vision grew stronger, he opened his eyes to find his feet carrying him across a bridge that had materialized before him. Your mind's eye is the architect of your tomorrow. What you envision with clarity and feeling today becomes the foundation of your future reality. Find a peaceful space and settle into a comfortable position. Close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths. Now, imagine stepping into your desired future reality. See it in vivid detail, the colors, the textures, the light. Hear the sounds that surround you. Feel the emotions flowing through your body as you experience this reality. Breathe in the sense. Taste the sweetness of achievement. Let every cell of your being resonate with the truth of this vision. Hold this image for several minutes, allowing it to become more real with each breath. Practice this visualization daily, preferably at sunrise or sunset, when the veil between potential and manifestation grows thin. Chapter 12. Aligning Body, Mind, and Spirit for the Leap. In a valley between ancient mountains, a harpist named Thalia spent her days crafting melodies. Though her fingers moved with practiced grace, her instrument produced only harsh, discordant sounds that scattered the birds from nearby trees. Night after night she adjusted each string individually, yet harmony eluded her until she discovered a fundamental truth. The strings must be tuned not just to themselves, but to each other. You, like that harpist, contain many aspects that must work in perfect unity. Your body, mind, and spirit are like the strings of a cosmic instrument, each vibrating at its own frequency. When these frequencies clash, your reality becomes discordant, filled with resistance and struggle. Yet when they align, you create a symphony that resonates with the quantum field. The art of quantum jumping requires this same delicate harmony. Your thoughts must align with your feelings, your actions with your intentions, your conscious mind with your subconscious beliefs. This alignment creates a clear channel through which universal energy flows unimpeded. High in the mountains lived a young eagle named Astra who struggled to take flight. Though her wings were strong and her spirit willing, she remained earthbound. A wise owl observed that while her wings moved perfectly, her body tensed against the wind, and her mind clutched at fears of falling. Only when she learned to unite her physical movement with her instincts and release her mental resistance did she soar effortlessly through mountain peaks. Like Astra, your quantum leap becomes possible only when every part of your being moves in concert. Your physical form must be relaxed and receptive. Your emotions must flow freely, and your thoughts must support rather than sabotage your ascension. To achieve this sacred harmony, find a quiet space where you can be undisturbed. Stand with your feet shoulder-width apart, feeling the earth's energy rising through your soles. Breathe deeply, allowing each breath to flow like a gentle river through your body. As you inhale, imagine golden light filling your being. As you exhale, feel any resistance melting away. Now place one hand on your heart and one on your abdomen. Speak these words with conviction. I am aligned in body, mind, and spirit. I flow in perfect harmony with universal energy. Let your body sway gently like a tree in the wind as you continue breathing and affirming. Feel the rhythm of your movement, breath, and words creating a unified field of energy around you. Maintain this practice for several minutes, or until you sense a deep alignment settling into your being. This is the harmony from which quantum jumps become not just possible, but natural. Chapter 13. The Gratitude Catalyst. In a fertile valley between rolling hills there lived a farmer named Elias, whose fields lay barren and dry. Each morning he would trudge through his land, his heart heavy with worry and disappointment. Yet one dawn, as the first rays of sunlight touched the earth, something stirred within him. Instead of lamenting his withered crops, he knelt and touched the soil with reverence. "Thank you, blessed earth, for holding the seeds of abundance," he whispered. To the morning dew, he expressed gratitude for its life-giving moisture. To the sun, he offered thanks for its warming rays. Day after day, Elias continued this practice, his appreciation flowing like water into the ground beneath his feet. As weeks passed, something miraculous occurred. Where once lay dust and empty furrows, green shoots began to emerge. His fields transformed into a tapestry of abundance, each plant reaching toward the sky as if drawn by his gratitude. You possess this same power to transform your reality through the sacred practice of appreciation. Gratitude is not merely an emotion, it is a force that ripples through the quantum field, amplifying the frequency of abundance. When you express genuine thankfulness, you align with the natural flow of universal energy, opening channels through which more blessings can flow. Consider how water behaves when disturbed by a single droplet. The ripples extend outward, touching everything in their path. Your gratitude creates similar waves in the fabric of reality, reaching far beyond what your physical eyes can see. Along an ancient trade route walked Maya, a merchant whose journey had grown weary. Her feet ached, her supplies dwindled, and her spirit sagged beneath the weight of her troubles. One evening, as she rested beneath a gnarled olive tree, she began to notice small gifts along her path. The cool shade of the tree, the sweet water in her flask, the gentle breeze that cooled her brow. With each acknowledgement of these simple blessings, Maya's steps grew lighter. Soon she began discovering treasures she had overlooked, healing herbs growing between stones, forgotten coins glinting in the dust, and fellow travelers offering friendship and trade. Her journey, once a burden, transformed into a path of endless discovery. This ancient wisdom reveals itself to you now. Gratitude is the key that unlocks the abundance already present in your life. Take up your journal each morning or evening and inscribe upon its pages all that fills your heart with appreciation. Include not only what exists in your current reality, but also express thanks for the blessings you wish to receive, as if they already grace your life. Write with the knowledge that your gratitude creates ripples in the quantum field, drawing to you more reasons to be thankful. Let your words flow from a place of genuine appreciation, for it is the authenticity of your feeling that gives this practice its power. Chapter 14. Collapsing Timelines. In the misty peaks of an ageless mountain, a wise teacher named Zhen sat with their student beneath the stars. Unfolding an intricate map before them, Zhen demonstrated a sacred truth. "Watch carefully," they whispered, taking the corners of the map and bringing them together. "When you align two distant points, they become one." The student watched in amazement as their master folded the map, bringing a far-off temple directly beside their current location. "Now close your eyes," Zhen instructed, "and feel how reality follows the same principle. You stand now at the threshold of this profound understanding. The distance between where you are and where you wish to be exists only in linear time. In the quantum field, all possibilities exist simultaneously, waiting to be accessed through consciousness. When you align your vibration with your desired reality, you create a bridge across time and space. This alignment acts as a cosmic shortcut, collapsing the perceived gap between intention and manifestation. Like folding a map to bring 2 points together, you can fold the fabric of reality through focused awareness. The key lies in maintaining the frequency of your desired outcome in the present moment. When you embody the energy of what you seek to manifest, you transcend the traditional timeline of cause and effect. This is not merely visualization, it is vibrational alignment that transforms potential into reality. In a time-worn workshop, a master clockmaker named Thomas crafted timepieces of exceptional beauty. One day, while adjusting the gears of an ancient clock, he noticed something extraordinary. The mechanisms seemed to move differently when he altered his own rhythms of breathing and thought. Through patient observation, Thomas discovered that time itself responded to the harmony between his inner state and universal rhythms. When he aligned himself with these cosmic patterns, time appeared to bend, creating natural pathways to his desired outcomes. This wisdom speaks to you now. Manifestation need not follow a linear path. By aligning your energy with the reality you wish to experience, you create quantum shortcuts that transcend conventional time. Find a quiet space and close your eyes. Visualize your future self, who has already manifested your deepest desires. Notice their posture, their energy, their state of being. Now, imagine your current self standing before them. Watch as these two versions of you begin to merge, their energies blending into one harmonious presence. Feel the alignment of these timelines as they collapse into the eternal now. Remain in this unified state, knowing that through this practice you access the shortest path to manifestation. Chapter 15. The Mirror Principle. In a bustling marketplace of old, A merchant named Karim inherited an antique mirror, its surface dulled by years of neglect. Each morning he would gaze into its clouded surface, seeing only a dim, distorted version of himself. The mirror's tarnished state seemed to echo the struggles in his trade: difficult customers, dwindling sales, and mounting debts. One dawn, moved by an inner whisper, Karim began to polish the mirror. As he worked, layer after layer of tarnish fell away. With each passing day, not only did the mirror's surface grow clearer, but his fortunes mysteriously shifted. His relationships improved, customers arrived with smiles, and abundance flowed naturally into his life. You too stand before the mirror of existence. Every circumstance in your life reflects back the truth of your inner world. This universal principle reveals that your external reality serves as a precise reflection of your thoughts, beliefs, and emotional states. When you understand this mirror principle, you hold the key to transformation. Your world transforms not through forcing external change, but through polishing the mirror of your consciousness. As within, so without. This ancient truth illuminates the path to manifesting your desires. The universe operates as an infinite mirror, constantly reflecting back your predominant thoughts and feelings. When you shift your internal state, the external must realign to match this new vibration. This is not mere philosophy, it is a fundamental law of consciousness. In a distant realm there lived a king named Raj, whose kingdom fell into decline. Fields grew barren, commerce slowed, and joy vanished from his subjects' faces. One night, a mysterious sage appeared in his dreams, showing him that his kingdom mirrored his own inner turmoil. Understanding dawned within Raj's heart. He began to cultivate thoughts of abundance, peace, and prosperity. He felt gratitude for his kingdom as if it were already thriving. Gradually, as his inner landscape transformed, his realm began to flourish. The fields grew fertile, trade prospered, and happiness returned to his people's hearts. Take a moment now to examine your life circumstances with fresh eyes. Sit quietly and observe your surroundings, relationships, and experiences as reflections of your inner world. Notice areas where you desire change. For each situation, turn your attention inward and ask, what thoughts and feelings within me are creating this reflection? Choose one aspect you wish to transform. Close your eyes and imagine your inner mirror. See yourself clearing away any tarnish of limiting beliefs or negative emotions. Feel yourself emanating the qualities you wish to see reflected in your external world. Hold this aligned state, knowing that as you maintain this inner clarity, your outer reality must shift to match it. Chapter 16. The Power of Surrender. In a verdant valley between ancient mountains, a river named Amara fought against its natural course. Day after day it crashed against rocks, formed whirlpools of resistance, and exhausted itself trying to carve new paths where none were meant to be. Its waters grew turbulent and murky, unable to reflect the sky above. One morning, as dawn painted the waters with golden light, Amara heard the whispers of the wind carrying wisdom from distant seas. In that moment the river understood. Its strength lay not in forcing its way, but in allowing itself to flow naturally along the path carved by time and nature. As Amara surrendered to its course, its waters cleared, its flow quickened, and it danced joyfully toward the waiting ocean. You too possess this wisdom within. The universe operates through perfect divine timing, orchestrating events far beyond your limited perspective. When you release your grip on how things should unfold, you align with the natural flow of creation. Trust emerges not from controlling outcomes, but from understanding that the quantum field contains infinite possibilities. all orchestrating for your highest good. Your role is not to force manifestation, but to allow it to unfold naturally while maintaining unwavering faith in the process. In a small village lived Thomas, a gardener whose neighbors marveled at his abundant harvests. While others anxiously dug up their seeds to check their progress, Thomas simply planted with care and surrendered to nature's wisdom. He understood that beneath the soil, invisible forces were at work, roots extending, cells dividing, life emerging in its own perfect timing. "The seed knows when to sprout," he would say, tending his garden with joy rather than worry. "My task is to create the conditions for growth and trust in the wisdom of creation." Through this sacred practice of surrender, you too can enter this flow of divine timing. Find a quiet space and close your eyes. Breathe deeply, allowing each breath to carry away tension and resistance. Visualize your desires as seeds planted in fertile soil. Feel the warmth of trust spreading through your being as you release these seeds into the care of the universe. With each exhale, surrender your attachment to when and how your desires will manifest. Replace anxiety with gratitude, knowing that universal forces are already orchestrating their perfect unfolding. Let this feeling of trust wash over you like gentle rain, nourishing the seeds of your intentions while releasing them to grow in divine timing. Chapter 17. The Sacred Practice of Quantum Jumping. In the mists of dawn, a pilgrim named Zara stood before a great chasm. Ancient whispers spoke of a bridge that manifested only for those who dared to step forward in complete faith. The void before her seemed endless, yet her heart knew the truth. The bridge existed in a realm beyond physical sight. As morning light pierced the mist, Zara closed her eyes and lifted her foot. In that suspended moment between certainty and doubt, she took the step. Beneath her foot, golden light solidified into stone. With each subsequent step, the bridge materialized, carrying her across the expanse toward her destiny. You stand now at a similar threshold. The quantum jump awaits, a sacred practice that transcends the boundaries of ordinary reality. Like Zara's bridge, it manifests through the power of absolute faith, combined with clear intention. To perform a quantum jump, you must first still your mind and align your energy with the frequency of your desired reality. Feel its essence in every cell of your being. Let your consciousness expand beyond the limitations of your current experience, knowing that all possibilities exist simultaneously in the quantum field. As you hold this heightened state, visualize a doorway of light before you. This portal connects your present moment to the reality you wish to experience. Feel the magnetic pull of your desire drawing you forward, just as the bridge called to Zara. In the village of eternal twilight lived Maya, an artist whose paintings captured impossible dreams. Each night she would step through her canvas into worlds of pure potential, gathering colors that existed beyond the visible spectrum. Upon returning, her art radiated with otherworldly beauty, touching souls with frequencies from higher dimensions. Through Maya's journey, you learn that quantum jumping is not merely visualization, it is a tangible shift in consciousness that allows you to access parallel realities where your desires already exist. Now find a quiet space where you will remain undisturbed. Close your eyes and breathe deeply, allowing your awareness to expand beyond physical form. Feel yourself becoming pure consciousness, boundless and free. Visualize your desired reality in vivid detail. Notice its colors, textures, and the way it feels to exist in this new state of being. Create a glowing doorway before you, shimmering with possibility. As you step through this portal, feel yourself merging with the version of you who already exists in that reality. Let the transformation flow through every aspect of your being: physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. Take your time to fully integrate this experience. When ready, bring this new energy back with you, knowing that you have initiated a profound shift in your reality. The quantum jump is complete. Chapter 18, Becoming the Shift. In the heart of an ancient garden, a wise teacher brought their young student to witness a miracle unfolding. Upon a branch hung a cocoon, its silken walls protecting the mystery within. The student, impatient to see the butterfly emerge, reached out to help break open the shell. "Wait," the teacher whispered. "The struggle to emerge strengthens the wings. Without it, the butterfly cannot fly." You, like that butterfly, are in the midst of your own sacred transformation. The process requires trust, an unwavering faith in the wisdom of your inner evolution. The universe operates through perfect timing. Each stage of your transformation serves a divine purpose, strengthening you for the flight ahead. When you resist the process, attempting to force or rush your emergence, you deny yourself the very power needed to soar. Your transformation begins in the subtle realms of consciousness before manifesting in the physical world. Just as the butterfly's cells reorganize within the darkness of its cocoon, your new reality takes shape first within your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. In a distant valley lives Samuel, a master potter known for creating vessels of extraordinary beauty. Those who watched him work often questioned his methods, for he spent as much time in stillness as in motion, his hands hovering over the clay in deep communion. "The vessel already exists," he would say. "I simply listen to its shape and follow its guidance." Day after day, Samuel surrendered to the process, trusting the clay's wisdom. Under his patient hands, ordinary earth transformed into works of art that seemed to hold light within their very form. Like Samuel's clay, your transformation requires both active participation and peaceful surrender. Trust that the universe knows the perfect sequence of your unfolding. Find a quiet moment and settle into stillness. Close your eyes and bring to mind the reality you wish to embody. Rather than focusing on external changes, turn your attention inward. Ask yourself, how does the transformed version of me move through the world? What thoughts fill their mind? How do they speak, act, and relate to others? Write down specific ways you can embody these qualities today, knowing that each small shift in your being creates ripples of transformation in your reality. Remember, the butterfly doesn't need to understand the mystery of metamorphosis to undergo its transformation. It simply trusts and allows the process to unfold. In its cocoon of sacred darkness, it surrenders completely to the wisdom of nature's design. Like the butterfly, you need not grasp every detail of how your transformation will manifest. Your role is to trust in the divine intelligence that orchestrates all change, knowing that your emergence will come at the perfect moment. Chapter 19, Transcending Fear. In the time before maps marked the edges of the world, there lived a sailor named Thaddeus who had sailed every charted sea. His reputation for navigating treacherous waters was unmatched, yet he felt a calling to venture beyond the known boundaries of his maps. One night, as stars scattered across the velvet sky, Thaddeus stood at the helm of his ship facing the vast unknown waters. The familiar coastline disappeared behind him, and ahead lay only mystery. Fear gripped his heart as the winds whispered of unseen dangers, yet something deeper than fear pulled him forward. You too stand at the edge of your known world, gazing into the mists of possibility. The unknown stretches before you, vast and unmarked. Like Thaddeus, you feel both the trembling of fear and the pull of transformation. Fear is not your enemy. It is a natural companion on the journey of growth. Just as a compass needle quivers before finding true north, your fear points toward the direction of your greatest expansion. When you step beyond the boundaries of your familiar reality, you activate the infinite potential of the quantum field. Each moment of courage creates ripples through the fabric of existence, opening pathways that were previously invisible. In the mountains of the east, there lived a magnificent phoenix named Aurora. For 1,000 years, she soared through golden skies until the time came for her renewal. As flames began to flicker beneath her wings, Aurora faced a choice: resist the fire and remain as she was, or surrender to the flames of transformation. Though fear whispered of destruction, Aurora spread her wings and embraced the sacred fire. In that moment of surrender, fear transformed into power, and from the ashes of her former self, she emerged more radiant than before. Take your journal now and create 2 columns. In the first, write down every fear that arises when you contemplate your desired transformation. Let these fears flow freely onto the page without judgment. In the second column, transform each fear into an empowering truth. For example, I fear the unknown becomes the unknown holds infinite possibilities for my growth. I fear failure becomes every experience guides me toward my highest good. Sit with each transformation, feeling the shift in your energy as fear dissolves into power. Remember, like Aurora, you possess the innate wisdom to transform through the flames of change. Chapter 20, Inspired Action. In a distant land where mountains touched clouds, there lived a master builder named Kairos. Each morning he would gaze across the misty chasm between 2 majestic islands, where villagers on either side dreamed of connection. While others saw an impossible divide, Kairos saw possibility in every stone beneath his feet. Instead of rushing to build with grand gestures, Kairos began with a single, purposeful step. He chose each stone with reverence, laying it precisely where his heart guided him. Day after day, he moved in harmony with the natural rhythm of creation, never forcing, always flowing. As he worked, the bridge emerged not as a burden, but as a dance between intention and action. You too stand before the space between your current reality and the life you envision. Like Kairos, you possess the power to bridge this gap through inspired action. When you align with the universal flow, each step forward feels natural, guided by inner wisdom rather than external pressure. True manifestation flourishes in the sacred space between dreaming and doing. It is not enough to simply envision your desired reality. You must become the bridge through which it manifests. Yet this bridge is not built through forced action or desperate striving. It rises from moments of aligned inspiration, when your actions flow naturally from your highest truth. In the valleys of the West lived a dancer named Arya, who discovered that the most beautiful performances emerged not from rigid practice, but from following the music of her soul. When she released the need to control every movement, her dance became a living prayer, each gesture flowing effortlessly into the next. As Arya moved in harmony with the rhythm of her heart, audiences wept at the beauty she created. Her secret lay not in perfect technique, but in perfect surrender to inspired movement. Through her dance, she showed that masterpieces arise when we allow our actions to flow from inner guidance rather than outer pressure. Now close your eyes and bring your attention to your heart center. Feel the gentle rhythm of your own inner wisdom. What single action does it guide you toward? Not what you think you should do, but what feels natural and aligned with your vision. Take a moment to write this inspired action in your journal. It need not be grand or dramatic. Remember that Kairos built his bridge one stone at a time. The key is that this action feels light, joyful, and in harmony with your highest good. As you identify this action, feel how it resonates with your entire being. Notice how it creates a sense of expansion rather than contraction. This is the signature of inspired action. It energizes rather than depletes. It flows rather than forces. Part 3. Mastery of Quantum Creation. Chapter 21. Living from the Quantum Future. In the heart of an ancient forest, where wisdom whispered through ancient leaves, a wanderer named Thaddeus stumbled upon a forgotten temple. Weathered stone steps led to a chamber where moonlight filtered through crumbling walls, illuminating a magnificent cloak of deepest purple, adorned with golden threads that caught the light like captured stars. With trembling hands, Thaddeus lifted the cloak. As it settled upon his shoulders, something extraordinary occurred. His posture straightened, his gaze lifted, and an air of quiet authority emanated from his being. The villagers who had known him as a simple traveler now bowed in his presence, sensing the regal energy he embodied. Through wearing the cloak, Thaddeus discovered that nobility dwelt not in the garment, but in his willingness to embrace a greater version of himself. You too possess this transformative power. The version of yourself that has already achieved your deepest desires exists now in the quantum field. By embodying the thoughts, feelings, and actions of this future self, you collapse time and draw that reality into your present moment. Your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors are the threads that weave your experience of reality. When you think, feel, and act as though your desires are already fulfilled, you transmit a frequency that attracts corresponding circumstances. This is not pretense, but rather a recognition of your true nature. In the fertile valleys of the East, a tiny seedling pushed through dark soil, while other plants bent with every breeze. This seedling stood tall, feeling within itself the mighty oak it would become. Through summer storms and winter frost, it maintained this unwavering knowing. Its roots grew deep and its trunk grew strong, for it had aligned with its future self long before its branches touched the sky. Like the seedling, you contain within you the full potential of who you are becoming. Your future self is not a distant stranger, but an aspect of your being waiting to be expressed. When you walk as they walk, speak as they speak, and hold yourself as they hold themselves, you bridge the gap between potential and manifestation. This truth holds power to transform every aspect of your existence. Notice how your future self moves through the world. What thoughts do they think? How do they respond to challenges? What energy do they bring to their relationships? These questions unlock the doorway to embodied transformation. Take a moment now to sit in stillness. Close your eyes and feel yourself as the person who has already achieved your heart's desires. Notice how this version of you carries themselves, how they speak, how they move through their day. Write down 3 specific traits or behaviors of this future self that you can begin embodying today. Then, choose one to practice consciously over the next week, allowing this new way of being to become natural and effortless. Chapter 22. The Harmony Principle. In a village among ancient hills lived Nathaniel, a musician whose melodies seemed to arise from the earth itself. Each evening, as the sun painted the sky in hues of amber and rose, he would sit beneath a towering oak tree with his wooden flute. Rather than impose his will upon the music, he listened deeply to the whispers of the wind, the rustle of leaves, and the distant song of stars. One night as he played, something magical occurred. His music began to weave with the natural symphony around him. The wind became his breath, the rustling leaves his rhythm, and the starlight his melody. In that moment, Nathaniel discovered that true harmony comes not from forcing a tune, but from aligning with the music that already exists in all things. You too are part of this grand universal symphony. When you align with the natural flow of life, manifestation unfolds with grace and ease. The universe operates through perfect laws. Harmony, balance, and rhythm guide all creation. Your role is not to fight against these laws, but to flow with them. Like a sailor who understands the winds and tides, you learn to work with these forces rather than against them. When you feel resistance in your life, it often signals that you are pushing against the natural current rather than moving with it. In the mountains of the East, a river named Silver Mist taught this wisdom to all who observed its journey, while smaller streams fought against rocks and carved harsh paths through the earth. Silver Mist flowed gracefully around obstacles, finding natural channels that led inevitably to the sea. It neither rushed nor delayed, but moved in perfect time with the rhythm of nature. This river's wisdom speaks to your own journey. When you force outcomes or resist what is, you create turbulence in your life, but when you align with the universal flow, doors open effortlessly and opportunities arise naturally. Take a moment now to sit quietly and reflect on areas in your life where you feel resistance. Close your eyes and bring to mind situations that feel like swimming upstream. Now, imagine releasing the struggle and allowing yourself to flow like water around obstacles. What would it feel like to trust the natural current of life? Write down 3 areas where you can release resistance and instead move in harmony with life's flow. Chapter 23. Anchoring the Shift. In a distant mountain village where mist cloaked the peaks in mystery, lived an elder named Kenzo. Each morning, as the first rays of sunlight touched the earth, he would emerge from his humble dwelling, carrying a small wooden bowl filled with clear water. Standing at the village center, he would raise the bowl toward the heavens, whisper ancient words of blessing, and sprinkle drops of water in each cardinal direction. As the water touched the ground, it seemed to ripple through the very fabric of reality. The villagers noticed that on days when Kenzo performed his ritual, their crops grew more abundantly, their relationships flourished, and a deep peace settled over their community. Through his unwavering dedication to this sacred practice, Kenzo demonstrated how simple acts, performed with pure intention, could transform the world. You possess this same power to shape reality through sacred ritual. Each intentional act, when performed consistently with reverence, creates ripples in the quantum field that manifest as tangible change in your physical world. These rituals serve as bridges between the realm of infinite possibility and your current experience. The ancient wisdom keepers understood that transformation requires more than mere knowledge. It demands devoted practice. Through ritual, you anchor your intentions deeply into the fabric of existence, allowing them to take root and flourish. In a valley not far from Kenzo's village lived Zhang, a master craftsman known for creating gems of extraordinary brilliance. Each day, without fail, he would sit at his workbench and polish a single crystal with absolute focus and devotion. Hour after hour, day after day, he would work with the stone, not merely cleaning its surface but awakening its inner light. Those who witnessed Zhang's dedication often wondered why he spent so much time with a single gem when he could polish many. Yet as the days passed, something remarkable occurred. The stone began to emit a radiance that seemed to come from within, touching all who beheld it with its transformative light. Now, as you embrace your own journey of transformation, you are invited to create a sacred ritual that will serve as your daily practice of manifestation. Find a quiet space where you can be undisturbed. Light a candle or create an altar with objects that hold special meaning. Begin each morning by sitting in silence, connecting with your breath and the infinite field of possibility that surrounds you. Visualize your desired reality with crystal clarity, feeling it as already manifest. Express gratitude for this reality as if it exists now. Speak your intentions aloud as powerful affirmations, allowing their vibration to ripple through the quantum field. This ritual becomes your daily act of creation, your sacred bridge between thought and form. Like Kenzo's water blessing and Zhang's devotion to his craft, your consistent practice will create lasting transformation in your life. Chapter 24. Collective Manifestation. In a coastal town where sea winds whispered ancient secrets, the people dreamed of building a lighthouse to guide ships safely to shore. While each person alone possessed limited resources and strength, they understood that together they could achieve what seemed impossible. Every morning the townspeople gathered at dawn. The stonecutters shaped massive blocks, while others transported materials. The elderly shared wisdom about the sea's patterns, and children carried water to the workers. As they labored, their shared purpose created an energy that seemed to make the stones lighter and the work easier. When the lighthouse finally rose against the sky, its beam shone with extraordinary brightness, reaching further than any had imagined possible, a testament to the power of unified intention. Within the quantum field, energy multiplies through connection. When minds unite in focused intention, the vibrational frequency amplifies, creating waves of manifestation more powerful than any individual could generate alone. This principle operates through the universal law of resonance, where aligned energies naturally strengthen each other. Just as multiple voices create a chorus more magnificent than a solo, collective consciousness produces transformative results that transcend individual capability. This multiplication of energy occurs whether the group meets physically or connects through shared intention across distance. For in the quantum field, all consciousness is connected. High in the mountains, a flock of silver-winged birds discovered this truth. Each morning, they would gather in formation, their wings creating currents of air that lifted the entire flock higher than any bird could fly alone. Even when one grew tired, the energy of the group sustained them, allowing the flock to traverse great distances that would exhaust a solitary bird. The birds understood instinctively what humans often forget, that nature designed us to thrive through cooperation rather than isolation. In the same way, your intentions gain momentum when aligned with others who share your vision. Now, you are invited to experience this amplification of energy firsthand. Seek out or create a group of like-minded individuals who share your commitment to growth and transformation. Gather regularly, whether in person or through virtual connection, to practice collective visualization. Choose a shared goal that serves the highest good of all. Begin your practice by sitting in a circle, real or imagined. Breathe together, allowing your energy fields to synchronize. Focus your combined intention on your shared vision, seeing it manifest with perfect clarity. Feel the amplification of energy as your intentions merge and strengthen. Hold this unified field for several minutes, knowing that your combined consciousness creates ripples of transformation that extend far beyond your immediate circle. Chapter 25. Rewriting Your Quantum Blueprint. In the ancient city of wisdom, a young scribe named Theron discovered a weathered scroll hidden within the depths of a forgotten library. As he carefully unrolled the delicate parchment, mysterious symbols revealed themselves, not mere letters or numbers, but intricate patterns that seemed to pulse with living energy. Night after night he studied these symbols until understanding dawned. These were not just markings, but the very codes of creation itself. You too possess such a code within you, the fundamental programming that shapes your reality. Like Theron's ancient scroll, your consciousness contains patterns that determine how your world manifests. These thought patterns, beliefs, and expectations act as instructions, telling the quantum field how to arrange itself around you. Every experience you encounter stems from this internal coding. Your beliefs about abundance determine your financial reality. Your expectations about relationships shape your connections with others. The stories you tell yourself about what is possible become the boundaries of your world. But unlike rigid computer code, your internal programming can be rewritten. Each thought pattern is malleable, each belief open to revision. When you recognize that a code no longer serves your highest good, you hold the power to transform it. In the heart of a bustling medieval town, master builder Adelaide faced a crumbling cathedral. Rather than attempting to patch the failing structure, she understood that true transformation required new blueprints. With careful precision, she revised the original plans, strengthening weak points and adding soaring spires that seemed to touch the heavens. As the new design took shape on parchment, the possibilities for restoration expanded beyond what anyone had imagined. Just as Adelaide reimagined her cathedral, you can redraft the blueprints of your life. Begin by examining your current coding, the deep-seated beliefs that form your reality's foundation. Write them down, bringing them from shadow into light. Then, with the wisdom of a master architect, design new codes that align with your highest vision. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. With pen and paper, write down the current codes operating in your life, the beliefs and patterns that have shaped your present reality. Be honest and thorough, acknowledging both empowering and limiting beliefs. On a fresh page, draft your new codes. Write them in present tense, as if they are already true. Let each statement resonate with power and possibility. Feel the energy of these new codes integrating into your consciousness, becoming the new instructions for your reality. Keep this revised blueprint close to you for the next 7 days. Each morning, read your new codes aloud, allowing their vibration to reprogram your quantum field. Trust that as these new patterns take root, your external world will naturally reshape itself to match your transformed internal coding. Chapter 26, Dancing with Universal Rhythms. In a distant mountain village, a young dancer named Lena struggled to perfect her movements. Each day, she practiced rigidly scheduled routines, forcing her body to conform to strict patterns. Yet her dance remained mechanical, lacking the grace she desperately sought. One dawn, as she practiced near a flowing stream, an elderly woman appeared. Without speaking, the woman gestured for Lena to be still and listen. In that moment of silence, Lena began to notice the natural rhythms surrounding her, the gentle sway of branches in the wind, the pulsing flow of water over stones, the steady breath of the earth itself. As she allowed these rhythms to guide her movement, her dance transformed. No longer forcing each step, she flowed like water, moved like wind, and breathed with the earth's own pulse. You too are part of nature's grand dance. The universe moves in cycles, the waxing and waning of the moon, the turning of seasons, the ebb and flow of energy. These rhythms aren't merely background music to life. They are the very orchestration of creation itself. When you align your intentions with these natural cycles, you tap into powerful currents of manifestation. The new moon phase supports planting seeds of intention, while the full moon amplifies completion and release. Spring energy fuels new beginnings. Summer nurtures growth. Autumn invites harvest. And winter calls for rest and reflection. In the fertile valleys below the village lived a farmer named Kai, who understood these rhythms intimately. While others planted their crops according to rigid schedules, Kai observed the subtle signs of nature. He waited for the soil to warm, for the right birds to return, for the moon to enter its nurturing phase. By working in harmony with these cycles, his fields yielded harvests far more abundant than those who fought against nature's timing. Like Kai, you can learn to recognize and flow with these universal rhythms. Notice how your energy naturally rises and falls throughout the day, month, and year. Rather than resist these cycles, embrace them as allies in your creative process. Find a quiet moment each day to observe nature's rhythms. Note the phase of the moon, the position of the sun, the turning of the seasons. In your journal, track these cycles alongside your own energy patterns and manifestations. Begin planning your actions in harmony with these natural rhythms, initiating projects with the new moon, completing them with the full moon, resting when nature rests, creating when nature creates. Let the wisdom of universal cycles guide your path to manifestation. Chapter 27, Unlocking the Infinite. In the ancient city of Meridia stood a mysterious archway at the edge of the marketplace. Most passed it without notice, seeing only weathered stone. Yet one day, a traveler named Rael approached it differently. Instead of hurrying past, he paused, allowing his gaze to soften. In that moment, the archway transformed, revealing a shimmering portal that opened onto an endless horizon, where countless suns danced across infinite skies. You too stand before such a gateway. The quantum field stretches before you, vast and limitless, containing every possibility imaginable, and those yet to be imagined. Your current desires, while precious, are merely glimpses of your true creative potential. The universe speaks in whispers of more than your carefully crafted plans, more than your detailed visions, more than your boldest dreams. Within you lies the power to create beyond the boundaries of what you believe possible. Consider the story of Maya, an artist who began with a simple vision, to paint a sunrise. As she opened herself to inspiration, allowing her brush to follow the flow of creative energy, her canvas transformed. The sunrise became a gateway to new dimensions. Colors emerged that had no names, and forms danced that defied description. Her willingness to release attachment to her initial vision allowed something extraordinary to emerge. Like Maya, you are not bound by your current vision. The quantum field responds not just to specific requests, but to the energy of unlimited potential you embody. When you release the need to control every detail, you open yourself to possibilities beyond imagination. Take a moment now to enter the sacred space of infinite potential. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. Imagine standing before a vast, shimmering doorway. As you step through, feel yourself expanding beyond all limitations. Let go of specific outcomes and allow yourself to float in the field of pure possibility. Notice how it feels to exist in this space where anything is possible. Remain here for several minutes, opening yourself to receive visions and inspirations beyond what you've previously imagined. This practice awakens you to the truth. You are not merely a creator of specific things, but a channel for unlimited potential to flow into form. In this sacred state of receptivity, you become one with the infinite intelligence that shapes worlds and manifests dreams. The boundaries between what seems possible and impossible dissolve, revealing the eternal truth that you are an extension of divine creative force itself. Return to this space daily, allowing yourself to dream beyond boundaries and open to the extraordinary that awaits. Let your consciousness expand into the vastness of pure potential, knowing that within this infinite field All things are possible and all dreams find their path to manifestation. Chapter 28. Mastering Presence. In the ancient mountains of the East lived a monk named Zhen who spent his days in quiet contemplation. Each morning at dawn, a single bell would ring across the valley, its pure tone carrying through the mist. While other monks pursued complex meditation practices, Zhen chose to focus solely on this bell's resonance. Day after day, he would sit, allowing the sound to fill his entire being. At first, his mind wandered constantly, but gradually he learned to merge with the bell's vibration. In time, something extraordinary occurred. As he became one with the sound, the boundaries between himself and the universe dissolved. In that pure presence, he discovered enlightenment not through years of study, but through perfect alignment with a single moment. You possess this same capacity for vibrational alignment. When you bring your full attention to the present moment, you step into harmony with the quantum field. Like a tuning fork that resonates at the perfect frequency, your focused awareness allows you to vibrate in harmony with universal energy. This alignment occurs naturally when you release the mind's tendency to drift between past and future. Just as Zhen found enlightenment in a single sound, you can find perfect alignment by fully inhabiting each moment. In the valleys below the monastery lived a gardener named Lin, who understood this truth in her own way. While others rushed through their tasks, Lin gave each plant her complete attention. As she tended her garden, she became fully present with every stem, leaf, and flower. Under her focused care, her garden flourished beyond measure, producing blooms of extraordinary beauty and vitality. Her secret lay not in special techniques or rare seeds, but in her quality of presence. By aligning her energy completely with each plant, she created a resonance that allowed life force to flow abundantly. Her garden became a living testament to the power of presence. To experience this alignment yourself, find a quiet space and settle into a comfortable position. Close your eyes and bring your attention to a single sound in your environment, perhaps the whisper of wind, the rhythm of your breath, or the distant song of a bird. Let this sound become your anchor to the present moment. When your mind wanders, gently return to the sound. Feel how your entire being begins to align with this pure point of focus. Notice how this simple practice brings you into harmony with the quantum field. In this state of presence, you naturally attract experiences that match your elevated vibration. Like Zhen with his bell and Lin with her flowers, you discover that perfect alignment requires nothing more than your complete presence in the eternal now. Chapter 29. The Eternal Creator. In the heart of an ancient forest dwelt a wise woman named Amara, whose teachings drew seekers from distant lands. Among them was a young apprentice, Maya, who arrived with a scroll listing all she wished to manifest. "I shall teach you when I have achieved these things," Maya declared, showing Amara her carefully written goals. Amara smiled and led Maya to a flowering tree. "Watch," she whispered, gesturing to a blossom opening its petals. "Does the flower achieve perfection and stop? No. It continues its dance, becoming fruit, then seed, then tree again. You, like Maya, may have arrived at this teaching seeking specific manifestations. Yet the wisdom of creation flows deeper than any single achievement. The quantum field does not recognize endpoints. It pulses with endless cycles of expansion. Each reality you step into becomes a gateway to greater possibilities. When you manifest abundance, you discover new ways to share. When you attract love, you uncover deeper chambers of your heart. When you achieve success, you glimpse grander visions of service. In the valleys below Amara's forest flowed the great river, teaching this truth in its own way. A young boy named Kai spent his days following its course, determined to find where it ended. He traveled for weeks until reaching a vast delta where the river branched into countless streams. "Where does it finish?" he asked a fisherman. "The river never ends," came the reply. "It flows into the ocean, rises as mist, falls as rain, and begins again. Its journey is eternal." So too is your journey of creation. Each quantum jump opens new horizons. Each manifestation plants seeds of greater becoming. The joy lies not in reaching a final destination, but in eternal unfoldment. To embrace this endless dance of creation, find a quiet moment for reflection. Close your eyes and review your journey through the quantum field so far. Notice how each manifestation has expanded your understanding of what's possible. Feel gratitude for both the achievements and the growth they inspired. Now, with your heart open to infinite potential, set intentions not just for specific outcomes, but for continued expansion. What new aspects of yourself wait to be discovered? What greater service might you offer? What deeper joy might you express? Let these intentions arise naturally, knowing they too will evolve as you grow. Like the river flowing ever onward, allow your creative journey to unfold without seeking an endpoint. In this surrender to eternal becoming, you align with the true nature of creation itself. Chapter 30. Becoming the Quantum Creator. In the depths of the cosmos, a single star pulsed with light, believing itself separate from the vast darkness around it. Night after night, it shone alone, until one evening it glimpsed its reflection in a still lake below. There, in the mirror of the waters, it saw not just its own light, but the magnificent constellation it formed with other stars, a pattern that guided travelers and inspired dreamers. You, like that star, may see yourself as separate from the quantum field that surrounds you. Yet this separation is an illusion, as ancient as time itself. You are not merely a participant in the field. You are the field expressing itself through human form. Your thoughts, your dreams, your very being are the quantum field in motion. When you understand this truth, manifestation becomes as natural as breathing. You no longer need to reach outside yourself to create, for you are the very substance of creation. Your consciousness is not confined to your physical form, but extends through all possibilities, like light filling every corner of a room. In a mountain village lived a sculptor named Raven, who spent years seeking the perfect piece of marble for their masterpiece. They studied technique, gathered tools, and searched quarries far and wide. One morning, as sunlight struck their workspace, Raven touched the marble before them and felt a profound truth. They were not separate from the stone. Their hands, their vision, and the marble were all expressions of the same creative force. This realization transforms your journey through the quantum field. You are not reaching toward distant possibilities. You are those possibilities taking form. Your desires are not external goals to achieve, but aspects of yourself awakening to expression. Sacred practice. The mirror of creation. Find a quiet space where you can be undisturbed. Close your eyes and breathe deeply, feeling the air move through your body. With each breath, release the illusion of separation between you and the quantum field. Speak these words with quiet authority. I am the field of infinite potential. Through me, all possibilities arise. I am both the creator and the creation, the dreamer and the dream. Feel these words resonate through every cell of your being. Let them dissolve the barriers between you and the universe until you sense your true nature as the field itself. From this space of unity, envision your next creation not as something to achieve, but as an aspect of yourself emerging into form. Move forward with the quiet confidence of one who knows they are inseparable from the power that creates worlds. Conclusion. In the ancient halls of wisdom, a truth echoes through time. Every ending marks a new beginning. As you close these pages, you stand transformed, awakened to the vast potential that has always resided within you. The journey you've undertaken through these teachings is not merely about acquiring knowledge, but about remembering who you truly are. High in the misty peaks lived a traveler named Aisha, who spent her life seeking the end of all paths. Each summit she reached revealed another mountain. Each valley opened to new horizons. One dawn, as she stood upon what she thought was her final destination, the rising sun illuminated an infinite array of paths stretching before her. In that moment, she understood there was no final destination, only eternal expansion. Like Aisha, you now stand at a threshold. The principles of quantum jumping you've discovered are not tools to be used and set aside, but keys that unlock ever deeper mysteries of existence. Each reality you step into becomes a launching pad for greater possibilities, each manifestation a doorway to new creation. The quantum field flows through you now with greater awareness. You've learned to dance with its rhythms, to speak its language of vibration and possibility. Yet this is not an arrival. It is an awakening to the truth that you are an eternal creator, continuously expanding through the infinite field of potential. Your transformation is already complete, even as it continues to unfold. The shift has occurred at the deepest level of your being. You now move through life knowing that reality responds to your consciousness, that the universe conspires to support your highest vision. The practices and principles shared in these pages are not mere techniques, but gateways to a new way of being. They are the ancient wisdom that has always lived in your cells, now awakened and ready to express through every choice, every breath, every moment of creation. Let every step you take be infused with this knowing. Let every thought be a conscious creation, every feeling a frequency that ripples through the quantum field. You are not returning to the world as you left it. You are stepping forward as the awakened creator you have always been. The power you hold is not something to achieve, but something to embody. It flows naturally when you align with the truth of your infinite nature. Each quantum jump becomes as natural as breathing, each manifestation a joyful expression of your expanding consciousness. If you enjoyed this exclusive audiobook, I handpicked this next book which will change your life.